UConn guard Ahmad Nowell is entering the transfer portal. Noel is a former four-star recruit who played just one season for Dan Hurley and the Huskies. Had some injury things this year. Also, just could not really get into the rotation this season, and it was of a surprise to me. I'll talk a little bit more about like kind of what I how I feel about Ahmad Nowell as a player, but really liked him coming out of high school. Really liked him. But I'll dive a little bit more into that. But after one season, he is entering the transfer portal, a Philadelphia native. So be interesting to see kind of what comes out about him. Not a list or anything out for him yet, but I'm sure a guy who's a top 50 recruit caliber will have kind of a lot of suitors. But I'll throw it to you first, Dion, on your thoughts on one, Noel entering the portal. Like, how do you feel about that? And then two, maybe how you feel about him as a player.
I'm a little surprised it didn't work out for him at UConn. Like if you look at his EYBL stuff, I mean, he shot 41% from three in EYBL. If you just look at his body type, he's like super big, super strong, really physical player. Like he's definitely like a Big East style player. And then his mentality within EYBL is kind of like it's me against the world. Like I'm underrated. He fits what you would think the persona of a Dan Hurley like type of player is. And this UConn team for a UConn team wasn't super talented. So that makes me wonder even more so kind of what happened here. And maybe if I'm other teams, I would be hesitant with Ahmad Noel just for that reason. But I am really surprised it didn't work out. I do like his game a lot. I think he rebounds extremely well for a guard as well. Like I said, he has the size, doesn't mind playing defense, shot it well from three during UYBL. He kind of provides everything you're looking for. But again, with it not working out at UConn, that would present some hesitation for me.
Yeah, look, obviously things work out for one reason or another. Maybe it's kind of like maybe it's a good for both parties type transfer, but it's just weird to me because like you look at UConn's team, like Diarra is leaving, um, you know, they're probably looking for a point guard, right? Like they look like I know they got Mullins coming in, and they have a really good recruiting class. But you kind of thought that maybe like Noel would have a little bit of an opportunity this year, and then next year he would be able to step into the starting PG role because I think you hit the nail on the head. This dude to me encompasses what a Dan Hurley point guard would be like. Like I thought this would be a match made in heaven. I loved him out of high school. This dude was tough as shit. Like everything you think about like Philly kids that hoop, like he's got that and he hoops with an edge. And like I just, he's not the biggest, not like the strong. I mean, he's not the biggest, fastest, anything like that, but like he is just the epitome of a kid being tough as shit. And I thought that would work wonders with Dan Hurley, but obviously it doesn't work out. And there is no list out for him. Like I said, he's a Philly kid, Philly native, so maybe you think he wants to stay kind of on that side of the coast as far as where his next school will be. But he doesn't have a list out yet. But what do you think would be some potential spots for him, Dion? I think he would be good to stick in the Big East. I think some other Big East schools should give him a call. Honestly, I I really think it'd be worth it for St. John's to give him a call.
Yeah, I was gonna say St. John's. Listen, Willard didn't go to Villanova not to spend a bag on folks. Um,
I completely forgot Willard's at Villanova, and that Villanova is all about this. If this should be Willard's, not priority one, because I think Villanova can get some very like established kids and things like that. But 1,000% Coach Willard should be on the phone with Ahmad Noel.
yeah, I feel like this one makes sense for Nova or St. John's. I mean, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, so if I'm Maryland, I'm involved in every player Villanova is involved in. It's me against y'all for the rest of the time. I don't care if it's a two-star freshman recruit from high school. If I hear that Kevin Willard made a phone call, I'm also making a phone call. So if I'm going to say Villanova, I'm also going to say Maryland on that front. But I would say, like I said, I would say Villanova, St. John's. I think those are the best two.
Yeah, I think those would be some good options for him. And then just in general, too, there's so many things that go on with these kids and where they want, like why they enter the portal and things like that. Um, so I'm not gonna blame anybody, but I will say this, given what I saw from him in high school, and also like given what UConn's point guard situation was this year, very intriguing that he didn't get minutes. Now, was that for a reason? Maybe. Is it for no reason? Who knows? Like that's why I don't know who to blame here. And maybe even outside of that, like we're seeing now in the portal, like these kids' families, these kids' camps, these kids' trainers are probably all up in their ears saying the same thing about like why the hell aren't playing or something like that. And maybe even they don't even want to go in the portal. So you never really know. But I think that Noel is going to be very successful at his next spot. I think he's a talented kid. I think he's too tough not to have some success. And sucks it couldn't happen at UConn because I thought he could have been, really good for them. But we will have updates on where Noel will go once he gets visits and schools kind of set there. But yeah, hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite Hurley in the ass. It is March, and that means that March Madness is upon us. And if you are looking for a place to play, Underdog Fantasy has you covered. Sign up and deposit using code SLEEPERS, that's code SLEEPERS, to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit plus a free pick. Head over to Underdog Fantasy today and use promo code SLEEPERS to take advantage of this amazing offer.